What's up, YouTube? As said in that earlier video, I will be posting 2 matches today. Not only the finals of that tournament I was just in, but also my epic stalling with the Dragon Knight. Now, to be completely honest with you, I'm not completely sure what to say during this, because, well, it's a stall war, plain and simple. I just don't know, so here we go, I suppose. So, we got the Hoppip and the Honchkrow. I was hoping to get some quick damage on the Honchkrow so it couldn't wreck my team, but as you can see, that doesn't happen. So here comes my Palpitoad to just cause some damage and save us some hassle. I was hoping I could kill with this. I couldn't. Well, things aren't looking so swell. Hopefully he'll be a noob and not realize that I can carry the Psychic Shield. He does not realize I can carry the Psychic Shield. Down goes the biggest threat in his team, Honchkrow. But there's still plenty of threats left. The Chikorita is here. I use this chance to substitute because I know Chikorita cannot do anything to me. And now the stall begins. Here comes Dragonite to take that to the face. That does nothing. Now it's time for the Leech Seed. And thus starts a very long stall war. I am at a horrible disadvantage right now. I have 2 Pokemon left, and although I don't like to stall, I had no choice, so I did what I had to do. From here on out, all I'm going to use for about the next 30 turns or so are substitutes and spiky shields, with the occasional leech seed every time he switches out, to try to weaken his troops as much as I possibly can. Little did I know I could actually have taken out the Dragonite much faster had I just spammed Hammer Arm, but I didn't realize that at this point, so at this point I was simply trying to stall out as best as I can. And God am I lucky that Chestnut outspeed Slowbro, because if Slowbro outsped Chestnut, I might not have been able to stall as well as I did. But, lucky for me, Slowbro is, well, slow, bro. So, I'm able to keep the stall up for quite some time. Nice, delicious, nutritious stalling. What he doesn't realize is he had to sack one of these guys. He had to let one of these guys get weakened so I couldn't keep subbing. He had to make sure one of them can come in with me not having a sub up. Sacrificing one of those was the optimal choice on his half. But no, people don't realize this. When you're getting Leech Seed stalled, you don't want to switch out unless you have a multi-hit Pokemon, because everything else will just make matters worse for you. You're letting multiple members of your team get hurt. You have to let a Pokemon die to ensure the next one can come in and wipe up with the sub no longer in place. I believe we're about halfway through my stalling now. Don't worry, the stall does not last forever. This match is like 40-something turns, so in about 10 turns or so, I realized that Hammer Arm is the better option, and I just start Hammer Arming all the things. And as you can see right there, he made the ultimate mistake. He revealed his last move to me. At this point, I was under the assumption that he had Dragon Claw, E-Speed, Roost, and Dragon Dance. But when he Earthquaked, I realized he didn't have E-Speed. Which means, once Venomoth gets up just one Quiver Dance, it wins. I just need Dragonite to switch out. Once Dragonite switches out, I can bring in Venomoth, I can Quiver Dance, and that will be game. So at this point, I'm just hitting him hard. And I foolishly do Spiky Shield there. At this point, I just say, fuck the stall. It's time to Hammer Arm all the things. I realize Hammer Arm is doing decent damage to this Dragonite. And if he Roost, I'm just going to Hammer Arm away most of that damage. And I'm sure my partner's getting very impatient at this point, so I'm sure he'll just slip up and let his Dragonite die. So I just keep hammer arming and hammer arming, because even if he doesn't let his Dragonite die, his Dragonite's still going to be very weak. Weak enough for my Venomoth to just come in and sweep up. So I'm just going to keep hammer arming here. And after a while, he will grow tired of this nonsense. Just not yet. I apologize. I don't remember the turn this stall ends. There we go. So he finally switches out. I don't know why he switched out, but he did. And this is where it's GG. I bring in my Venomoth because I know this can't do anything to me. I set up the Quiver Dance, and that's it. I've won. I now outspeed Dragonite. And I can now one-shot Slowbro with ease. He brings in Dragonite. Dragonite dies to Signal Beam thanks to Tinted Lens. He brings in Slowbro. Slowbro dies to Tinted Beam because super effective in Quiver Dance. He brings in Chikorita. Chikorita protects. And Signal Beam sucks. Signal Beam would not have killed here, so I go for Sludge Bomb instead, because fuck yeah, Sludge Bomb. And that is the end of the ultimate stall battle of death. I don't think I have ever stalled this while in the battle before. I hate stalling. So the fact that my best ever stall was with a Pokemon that isn't even OU is amazing. So, yeah, Chestnut, thank you for a great memory. Thank you for having me overcome that team that I should not have been able to beat. Chestnut, you are amazing, bro. Thank you. Well, deuces, YouTube.